at least it probably won't run Farm Sim 25 and streaming at the same time. And while it will run Farm Sim 25, Farm Sim 25 will probably be a very low graphics. So ideally I want a good level of graphic detail when I stream. Just makes things look nicer. And Farm Sim 25 does look really nice. Okay. You're good. So, I'm going to take this back over here. Actually, it's quite nice that we can do this and go and look at other things while we're waiting. Because, obviously, once this field is complete, then I'm going to have to be doing all of the things myself. Unless I do the big field over the other side. Of course, being four-wheel steer, it makes manoeuvring what you've got attached a lot easier in reverse, because you're steering at the hitch rather than away from the hitch. Ideas. That's why having something like a skid steer or similar works out quite nicely for manoeuvring big header trailers. It's unlikely that I won't. What I am going to do this week is look at least Farm Sim 25. I can't think there's any other games I want to upgrade. And just see what's recommended plus a little. And then we'll look at that as I'll reevaluate my starting point, but I am not so worried about underspecifying what we have. This PC has lasted me 7 years with the only upgrade I did, if you like, is I had to replace the hard drive. So I took a 1 terabyte SSD out and put in a new 1 terabyte SSD. And that's because the SSD completely failed and just became not even a paperweight, because SSDs aren't heavy enough to be paperweights. So that's the only thing I've done to this PC. I upgraded the power supply from a 750 to an 850 and stuck in a really decent sound card to run my speakers. Unfortunately, that's kind of crapped out on me. The sound card itself is probably about 10-15 years old. And it's not running the surround sound. I've just got the output from the two main speakers. I don't think the bass is working. I don't think the center speaker's working. And the rear right, rear left definitely aren't working. So I'm not going to bother porting the sound card from there to the next PC. I do have a 2 terabyte HD in the PC, which I might move over to the other to the new system just as storage for things, but outside of that I'll probably be running exactly what I buy, but maybe only for 3 years, and when Farm Sim 28 potentially will be the one after 25 comes out, what I'll probably end up doing is oh, you're already on the headland. Cool. yeah, when FarmSim28 comes out, I'll reevaluate my PC at that time versus the recommended stuff, and figure out if it needs an upgrade. And I might do a processor upgrade or a graphic update if it's needed. In fact, what I might be able to do with FarmSim25 is downgrade the graphic, because at the moment I'm looking at an RTX 40, but I don't think FarmSim25 requirements calls for that. Let's have a look. Don't want to install it. I just want to go to the store and search FarmSim 25. There we go. So FarmSim 25 wants, see, it only wants an i7 10th generation or an AMD Ryzen 1500X, and we're looking at 7,000. So way over what's needed. Graphics cards recommended is an RTX 2070, and I'm looking for a 40 series. So minimum of 8 gigabytes of RAM. So I do have to make sure it's got 8 meg of RAM. But outside of that, it's I think I might be able to get something cheaper and run 25 and stream it. It's definitely whole leaps and bounds above what I'm running at the moment. I might even do a check on Mrs. Osa's PC, because hers died, stopped doing all the things. I can't remember why, but basically it was like, yeah, this is now become a paperweight, so it's time to buy a new one. And we didn't buy a very expensive new one, probably under $700, around $700 or so. But she doesn't do any heavy graphics stuff. She watches YouTube videos or other videos. She plays very simple games that, you know, more cartoon graphic than what have you. So should I start talking about ads again? Yeah, 38. So around about 40 we'll be back on off the ads. And YouTube doesn't get the ad breaks. YouTube just gets the stream dropped. So while we're talking about ads, I do know City Planner Plays, who plays City Skylines 2, and likes to take a look at other city builder type games, so things like Manor Lords and what have you. He has a website of music, which is what's the word for it? Free from copyright. So it's copyright free, and the only thing he requires is you put out a tag on your YouTube videos to say the music was supplied by him. And he's been advertising it to the people who watch him for a couple of months now, but I haven't. It's finding the time to mess around with it. But I might look into that. I'm not sure if the music is that great for things like farming and trains, but you know, I can always look at the music, see what it is. We can play it quietly in the background so that I don't feel uncomfortable with not talking. Somebody finished work, somebody else finished work. Well, it looks like everybody finished work. Shall we go have a look at everybody? Okay, that's turned off. This big field really doesn't take that long to get done, so I think what I might do here is, again, we'll copy empty the copy, put copy of this course in, and I'm not going to clear this course until we've put it on the Zerion. You can queue this up by the cleaner. I'm guessing the ads are done now because we're at 141-ish. So yeah, no, Mrs. Osa got a new system. She doesn't do heavy graphic stuff. So yeah, her system is a little bit less featured than I would want. But I think I'm looking at something that's way over specified for the games I would play. So really, nearest waypoint, first waypoint. Close that window off, and we'll get this unloaded. And I need to spray this at some point. That's fine. But yeah, I definitely need a new PC to run all the new games. This PC is minimum requirements. It's a little bit over minimum requirements, but it's it has aspects of it are minimum requirements for Farming Simulator 25. So I do want to make sure I've got a new PC when FarmSim 25 is released or soon thereafter. I might buy it. Yeah, I'll pre-order it and just not download it onto this PC. I've got a whole bunch of games on Steam that I have not loaded since I had my hard drive failure. Just the ones I play. Or the ones I think, maybe I want to play that, and I play it for about 10 minutes and then yeah, not really 10 minutes. I play it for a session and then just say, yeah, okay, I need to go and do something else. And then when I've done the something else, I come back the next day and pick a different game to play. So, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking... I'm looking at an AMD system rather than an Intel system, but I'm kind of thinking if I pick an AMD system with the latest motherboard, latest RAM, a good sized hard drive, probably bigger than 1 terabyte, and a reasonably good AMD processor on that, and a reasonably good graphics card on that, I will have a system that will run all the games I generally play. And then after that, I can, 3-4 years time, if it won't run FarmSim 28, I can upgrade the components that need it. And the idea is that first waypoint, you're good, off you go. The idea is that it will suffice for now. And the core hardware should be good for 7-8 more years overall. You're done. So let's clear that course, and we can take this guy. Oh, you missed a bit. I'm going to go and say what this has rolled is good enough. So we'll just take this back to the yard. what's the next thing we're going to need to do? We don't roll grass with this, so the next thing we're going to do with all of our arable fields is mulch. So I'm going to put the mulching rollers on this now. It's down to 80%. We'll service this, or we'll service the roller. I'm not going to worry about the tractor right away. Okay, so I'm probably looking at the end of this day, not repair. Field roller, mulching roller. No. Back. Oh, back. Yeah, I'm probably... What am I saying? After this session, we're probably going to run a fair bit of equipment through the service bay. Case IH could probably do with it. The mower. Yeah, maybe. I mean, 80%. Yeah, we'll probably run that through as well. You're fine. Well, you're not fine where you are because I can't get the big collection wagon next to you. Okay, since he's coming from that side, that should be good. Okay, who's doing a thing and why aren't they? Where's that guy? Yes, you. Okay, you want to be on last waypoint. And we'll go on engine on and empty it. Oh, go forwards. How about that? So, has this been running for 7 years? FarmSim 2017 was when I bought it, and FarmSim 2017 was released in 2016. So, yes, this current PC is 7 years old with a slightly newer graphics card and other thing. Graphics card and no, not graphics card. Sound card is like 10 years old, but I did that. And power supply and other thing. Well, that's annoying. I think I'm going to have to get back in again. Oh, really? Okay. Get back in from the wrong side, and now we can reload the silage additive. Oops. But yeah, the very first PC I owned was definitely very old by the time I sold it, or by the time we got rid of it. And I think my mum ended up using it, but it had very few original components. I think the floppy disk drive was original, and that was it. And it had a progression of new processors, new graphics cards, new memory, even new motherboards. The power supply unit probably never got upgraded, because back in those days the power supply pretty much lasted you. Alright. I am thinking maybe putting an opening in that corner there for this field. Just make getting in and out of the yard easier. This bit was difficult, but obviously with four-wheel steering it's a little easier, and taking away the hedge on the big field on the north side of our farm definitely makes coming into here easier. Might do that right now. Okay, stop, and last waypoint, go. I'm going to jump out and let him continue. Somewhere in there. Somewhere out there. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. That's where the... Okay. Let's have a look at that. That's probably good enough to get in there straight from the yard, so now I have to remember, remove logs, yes. Remove stumps, yes. 4 logs, remove 2 stumps, that's typical. And now we can just drive straight in there from here, because this is now opened up. That's all I was wanting to do. So did I say we may want to maintain the Magnum? Yeah, we're driving into stuff, but this is not the easiest thing to get around the yard, and technically I should have come in that way and come around the top here, and I didn't once it was clean. Oh. So I need to keep an eye on the loading wagon. Okay, how's this looking? Difficult. There we go. Just about. That's good. Okay, so we planted and rolled. I need to spray lots of fields. Now I can't spray the stuff. But what's the stuff we spray? I can't spray the maize until next month, but I can spray the grass fields now. Well, at least the ones we've cleared. Lots of room back there. Oh, a little bit more. That'll do. Oh, I forgot you get out that side. Okay. So yeah, maybe. Well, I've got some messing with power tools later this afternoon, which what Mrs. Osa doesn't know won't hurt her. Unless she's watching the stream, in which case I'm in trouble. Don't have any cameras in the basement, so she can't spy on us. I was going to fix him, wasn't I? Kind of, yes. Let's go get this guy out of the bay. And then maybe... and squeeze through that gap. I should probably go and fetch some grass. Let's do that. Oh no, hang on. You got one. So yeah, tomorrow I might, or tonight I might stream some more Railroader. And then, but also at least sometime this afternoon, I may go and browse the PC, I might custom PC, I might look at off the shelf. We did buy, Mrs. Osa's was off the shelf. Yeah, the PC I'm using at the moment, exactly the same as the one she had as well. So 7 years before it died, or any part of it died. And she did also have hard drive replacement. Seriously, the hard drives that they installed were not entirely reliable. But yeah, it's... And she's the one who got me to upgrade to Windows 11, because I was a stalwart holding out for, you know, on Windows 10. But new PC, only option was Windows 11, so okay, fine, I'll update mine. It doesn't seem to be too bad, and I need to learn how it works. Yes, I might look at a high-end off-the-shelf as opposed to a good enough. Hopefully you're caught up to the stream. Oh, hang on. Didn't want to go this way. We go this way now. Of course, now my truck's in the wrong place. Now, where did we get up to? This looks good. Last waypoint, go. Yep. And nice. Off she goes. Okay, next tractor that needs dealt with. You need washed. Oh, okay. How about forwards? Forwards is good. Yay. Oh, the other thing I did not do with all of this equipment is check the fuel levels. I just noticed this one's a bit low, but it really doesn't use that much. Should be relatively clean because we just put new rollers on. Well, we just put the other rollers on it. They're not really new. Okay. Okay. Go and dump this over in our outdoor equipment arcade. Or does it go? No, it goes over there.